Most people wait until January to reinvent themselves. They spend all of December saying, next year will be different, but when the clock strikes midnight, nothing has actually changed. The truth is, the real transformation doesn't happen in January. It happens right now. September through December is literally your pre-New Year season. You have 4 whole months to test, adjust, and build momentum. So when January comes, you're not making the goals. You're already living them. This is about giving yourself a head start. Instead of scrambling like everyone else, you're stepping into the new year already ahead, already consistent, and already grounded. So today I'm going to walk you through exactly how to use the next 4 months to become the best version of yourself across relationships, finance, university, work, fitness, self-care, and yes, even manifestation. Chapter 1 is vision and goal setting. Step 1 is you're going to define the year ahead. If you don't know where you're going, it doesn't matter how hard you work, you will always feel lost. So I want you to literally run your life like a CEO. Imagine you're sitting down in a boardroom with your own future and ask yourself, where do you see yourself living in the next year? How much money are you making? Do you have a boss or are you working for yourself? What do my relationships look like? Am I in a romantic relationship? Do I have a big group of friends or do I have a tight or small circle? What does a normal Tuesday look like for me in this next chapter? And then I actually want you to write everything down. Answer each question in full detail. Be as detailed as you possibly can. One of my favorite exercises is journaling a day in my life, as if it's already December of the next year. Describe it like it's already happened. What time did you wake up? What kind of home are you in? Who did you text first in the morning? Once you have that picture, every decision over the next 4 months becomes easier because you're aligning it to something specific. You're going to also create what I like to call identity anchors. So pick 2 to 3 things that instantly put you in your future self's energy. That could be a signature scent, a playlist, or even a coffee ritual that you do every morning, and use them daily. It's a subtle way to align with your vision every single day. Step 2 is to break down big goals. Now, once you have the vision, you need to break it down. And where a lot of people go wrong is they set huge goals and they don't break them down into simple, manageable actions. For this, I really love the 1-3-5 method. So 1 big goal, 3 medium goals, and 5 small weekly or daily habits. For example, your big goal could be to be financially independent. Your medium goals are to save $5K, pay off debt, and increase your income by 20%. With that, your small habits might look like tracking spending, making meals at home and not ordering takeout, reading a finance book, etc. And you can do this across categories like career, finances, health, relationships, self-care. And then lastly for this step is I want you to apply the 1% rule. Every day, ask yourself, what is one way I can be 1% closer to my future self? Maybe it's dressing in a way that feels more aligned to the future you. Maybe it's signing up for a networking event, or maybe it's saying no to something that drains you. Step 3 is timeline mapping. You're going to take everything that we've done and map it on a timeline. So you're going to look at where you want to be by December, just 4 months from now, and then where you want to be by next December. The December of 2025 checkpoint is your practice round. So maybe by December, you're consistently going to the gym, you've built a $1,000 emergency fund, and you've created 1 solid morning routine. And that way, when January 1st comes along, you're not starting from zero, you're already warmed up. Chapter 2 is the relationship reset. Step 1 is to audit your circle. I talk about this a lot in my videos, but it is really important to get crucial on who you have in your life because you are the equivalent of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. People around you shape so much of your energy. So when you're auditing your circle, ask yourself who makes me feel energized and supported versus who constantly drains me. Write it down honestly because if you don't get intentional about your circle, you'll keep repeating the same dynamics into the new year. Step 2 is making plans. Once you've got clarity, just start small. Aim for 1 intentional connection each week. It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe it's coffee with a friend or dinner with your parents. I want to make something very clear. It is not about having 100 friends. If you work well in big friend groups, that's great, but that is not a crucial step. If you have 1 or 2 close friends, that is great. That's really all you need. And it's not about having a big, huge friend group. It's just about making the ones that matter feel prioritized. Step 3 is boundaries and clarity. If there's a pattern of you saying yes when you actually mean no, it's time for a reset. Really get clear on what you don't want to bring into the new year. Is it the one-sided friendships, overcommitting, people-pleasing? Decide now so you don't repeat it again in 2026. Chapter 3 is financial foundations. Step 1 is to budget like it's already January. Money is one of the biggest things people want to fix in the new year. But honestly, if you wait until then, you're already behind. Why not start now? So treat these next 4 months like a test run. Track your spending, create a budget that's realistic to your income. Notice where your money is leaking and fix it now. Step 2 is to build the buffer. Start building a cushion even if it's small. That could be $20 a week into savings or an investment account. It's not about the number right now. It's just about proving to yourself that you can consistently set money aside. aside. And by December, you could already have a few hundred saved. Step 3 is income growth. While we talked about saving, we also want to look at how we could grow our income. If you're in university, this could mean applying for scholarships or looking into part-time work. If you're working, it could mean preparing a pitch for a raise or exploring freelancing opportunities. Use these next 4 months as an experiment. That way next year you're not scrambling to figure out how to make extra income. You already have that in place. I want you to think in terms of keystone habits. These are habits that ripple out everywhere. So for example, meal prepping saves money. It also improves your health and gives you more energy at work. Or applying for a scholarship or internship creates momentum that builds impact for the whole year. So focus on habits that do more than one thing. Chapter 4 is university and work reset. Step 1 is your academic and work audit. Whether you're in university or you're working, it's very important to just take a minute and reflect. Reflect on what actually worked for you last semester or quarter and what held you back. And reset your digital space, clear your laptop, organize your files, clean up your desk. It sounds simple, but your environment reflects your mind. Step 2, systems and routine. After you audit, you're going to build systems that actually support you. Maybe it's planning your week every Sunday, maybe it's batching your tasks, maybe it's setting up a no phone until breakfast rule. The point is to create the routine now before the January stress hits. This is also where pre-decisions come in. Decide your gym days now, decide your meal plan on Sunday, and decide your outfit in advance. Pre-decisions remove friction so future you doesn't waste energy. Step 3 is skill stacking. Finally, think about what skill could make you more valuable next year. Could it be Excel? Could it be public speaking, networking, content creation? Whatever aligns with your vision. Pick one and start learning it now. Even just 4 months of practice can put you ahead of everyone else when January comes. Chapter number 5, fitness and wellness reset. Step 1 is to start small and build consistency. We all know the gyms get packed in January, so don't wait until then, commit now. Even if it's just 2 workouts a week, by the time the new year rolls around, you'll already feel strong and consistent while everyone else is still figuring out what the weights are. Step 2 is to redefine health holistically. Remember that fitness is not just about the gym. It's about sleep, hydration, nutrition, and movement. So pick one upgrade per area. Going to bed 30 minutes earlier, drinking an extra glass of water, meal prep one healthy option, go for a walk 3 times a week. And I also want you to upgrade your baseline. Instead of aiming for perfection, raise your minimum standard. If your baseline is 5 hours of sleep, raise it to 7. If your baseline is takeout every day, lower it to twice a week. This way, even on your worst days, you're still strong. Lastly, step number 3 is seasonal self-care. And because we're heading into fall and winter, lean in to seasonal self-care. Romanticize your routines like journaling with a tea at night, evening skincare, morning sunlight. Prepping now means you're supporting your mental health through the darker months instead of crashing. Chapter 6 is self-care and personal development. First things first, identity shifts. Ask yourself, who do I need to become to live the life I want to in the next year? This is not about faking it. It's about aligning with your future self. What habits does that version of you have? What boundaries? What energy? Start embodying it now. Build rituals that ground you. That could be affirmations, journaling, meditation, stretching. Even 10 minutes a day adds up massively. Think about it like brushing your teeth. In the moment, it doesn't feel like a big deal, but over time, it keeps you healthy. Finally, step 3 is education and inspiration. How many times do I say this? You need to curate your inputs, create a content diet, pick what you want to actually be seeing on social media. You could choose one podcast, one book, one documentary every month that aligns with where you want to go. Stop doom scrolling on content that makes you feel stuck. Replace it with inspiration that moves you forward. Chapter 7 is manifestation and alignment. First is visualization practice. This is where manifestation comes in. Sit down once a week and literally visualize your life next year. Script out a journal entry that says, today I woke up in my dream apartment, I made coffee, went to the gym, checked my business, sales, whatever your vision is. Step 2 is energy alignment. Manifestation only works if your energy and habits are aligned. If you want financial freedom, but you're impulse buying every day, there's a mismatch. If you want strong relationships, but you never reach out, that's misalignment. Check yourself. Do your actions reflect your vision? Step 3 is letting go. Manifestation is truly about surrendering and letting go. You can't call in new energy if you're clinging to the old. That might mean releasing bad habits, bad energy, environments, or relationships that no longer serve you. I don't just want you to listen, I want you to actually do the work. So here are your 6 actionable steps to get started. Number 1 is the journal prompt. Write down what your ideal 2026 looks like in detail. Where you live, what you earn, what your daily routine looks like, your relationships, your lifestyle. Be specific. 2 is your quarterly audit. Make 2 columns, what's working for you right now and what's draining you. Circle 2 things to improve this week. 3 is your baseline upgrade. Pick one area of your life. Health, finances, self-care, mindset. and raise your baseline by just one level. Number 4 is the relationship check-in. Make 2 lists. People that drain you and people that give you energy. Choose one intentional action to strengthen a relationship that gives you energy. Number 5 is the future self anchor. Choose one tangible item, a scent, a playlist, or a ritual that instantly makes you feel like the next level version of yourself, and then start using it daily. And then finally, number 6 is the 1% rule. Every night this week, ask yourself, what's one thing I did today to make me 1% better? Do these 6 things, and by the time the new year arrives, you won't just feel prepared, you'll already be living as your best self. The new year doesn't actually start in January. It starts now. This is your chance to practice, to reset, to experiment, so that by January, you're not building a whole new life from scratch. You're just continuing with the momentum you already have. I love you all, and I'll see you next week for a new video. Bye!